When discussing a possible fight with Floyd Mayweather, Terence Crawford made his stance clear. He stated he had no interest in participating in an exhibition bout against Mayweather, emphasizing that he is only focused on real fights moving forward. Acknowledging his weight limitations, Crawford expressed willingness to face Mayweather at his current weight, but dismissed the idea of a non-competitive match. Meanwhile, Mayweather stirred the boxing world by calling on Crawford to abandon his highly anticipated fight with Canelo Alvarez and instead take on him. However, this proposed fight would only be an exhibition, which may not align with Crawford's aspirations. Whether Mayweather is fully aware of the implications of such a bout remains uncertain. From Crawford's perspective, the fight offers little in terms of prestige or significance to his already remarkable record. It does not contribute to his journey toward cementing his legacy in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Instead, at best, it would provide a quick financial gain for the former undisputed welterweight champion. One notable aspect of Mayweather's approach is his ability to sell a fight. Regardless of the nature of the bout, he knows how to attract attention and generate revenue. His skill in marketing himself has made him one of the most successful figures in boxing history. However, the question remains, does this proposed fight hold any real value beyond financial incentives? Mayweather seems convinced that a fight between him and Crawford would generate more revenue than Crawford's scheduled bout against Canelo. This assumption appears to stem from Mayweather's desire to settle a long-standing debate over who is the superior boxer between the two. Given that Crawford's boxing record closely resembles Mayweather's, discussions about the greatest of all time have frequently included both names. Whether this proposed fight would truly settle the debate remains to be seen. For now, it might be premature to expect this fight to happen, considering Crawford is still active in his pursuit of greatness. The super middleweight champion has worked tirelessly to secure his bout against Canelo, making it highly unlikely that he would walk away from such a monumental opportunity. Over the years, boxing fans have often compared Mayweather and Crawford, drawing parallels between their fighting styles and careers. However, Crawford himself has never expressed any desire to deprive Mayweather of the recognition he rightfully earned. In fact, he has always acknowledged Mayweather's greatness. When questioned about their similarities, Crawford had nothing but praise for the retired champion. He described Mayweather as the king of hitting without getting hit, highlighting his ability to adapt and adjust to different opponents. At the same time, Crawford recognized key differences between them. While they share some fundamental boxing techniques, Crawford believes he takes more risks in the ring. In the earlier years of his career, he was known for taking chances, much like Mayweather during his pretty boy phase. Remains, if Mayweather and Crawford ever squared off, who would establish dominance in the ring? Would Mayweather's calculated defense neutralize Crawford's relentless offense? Or would Crawford's power and pressure overwhelm the defensive maestro? Boxing fans may never get to witness this hypothetical clash, but it continues to be a fascinating debate. With Crawford's recent performances, particularly his dismantling of Errol Spence Jr., many believe he possesses the tools to challenge Mayweather's legacy. Spence, known for his power and resilience, was systematically broken down by Crawford, showcasing the latter's elite skill set. Mayweather's defensive techniques, particularly his use of the Philly shell, allowed him to absorb and counter punches with unparalleled efficiency. His ability to control the pace of a fight and analyze his opponents in real time made him one of the smartest fighters ever. On the other hand, Crawford has demonstrated remarkable adaptability, seamlessly adjusting his strategy mid-fight. The question remains, how would Crawford fare against a prime Mayweather? While Mayweather's undefeated record speaks for itself, Crawford's explosive style presents a unique challenge. In a hypothetical matchup, it's possible that Crawford's relentless pressure could sway the judges in his favor, earning him a points victory over the legendary Mayweather. The boxing world continues to speculate on such dream fights, but, for now, Crawford has his sights set on cementing his own legacy. With an upcoming fight against Canelo Alvarez, he has the chance to further solidify his place among the sport's greatest names. Whether or not Mayweather's challenge materializes, Crawford remains focused on real fights that contribute to his growing legacy. Canelo Alvarez has long been the face of boxing, and despite his age, his dominance in the ring remains unquestionable. However, his choice of opponents in recent years has left some fans dissatisfied, with many believing he has avoided top contenders like David Benavidez. The potential clash with Terence Crawford, a four-division world champion, presents an interesting challenge. Crawford has openly stated his desire to fight Canelo, but the weight disparity between them poses a serious obstacle. Moving up 2 weight classes is no easy feat, yet Crawford's skills and fight IQ make him a legitimate threat. Some analysts argue that Crawford would need to bulk up significantly to withstand Canelo's power. Former heavyweight champion Roy Jones Jr., who himself moved up and down weight classes during his career, has weighed in on the matchup. Jones initially believed Crawford could have a chance, but later reconsidered, pointing out that Canelo's sheer size and power could be overwhelming. While Crawford possesses knockout power, Jones suggested that taking on someone as physically dominant as Canelo might be a step too far. Meanwhile, boxing promoter Eddie Hearn has stated that Crawford has 2 clear paths: either fight Canelo for a massive payday or take on other top contenders in his natural weight division. Some fans believe Crawford should focus on defending his welterweight dominance before making such a leap. The fight against Canelo would undoubtedly be a financial success, but many wonder if it would be a wise career move. Crawford, however, seems undeterred. In recent interviews, he has made it clear that he is willing to take the risk. He acknowledges the difficulty of the task, but believes in his ability to outbox Canelo. The challenge of facing a bigger opponent does not intimidate him. If anything, it motivates him. He understands that the fight would be historic, with the potential to cement his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of all time. The financial aspect of the fight cannot be ignored. A Crawford-Canelo showdown would generate huge pay-per-view numbers and a massive gate at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The Mexican Independence Day weekend, a traditional time for big boxing events, is rumored to be the target date for the bout. Reports indicate that Canelo's team has already reserved the venue for September 13th, which has only fueled speculation that the fight is close to being finalized. For Canelo, this fight would not necessarily add to his legacy, but it would be another lucrative payday. He has already faced and defeated some of the best in multiple weight divisions. A victory over Crawford would further cement his reputation, but many argue that it wouldn't prove much since Crawford is naturally smaller. Canelo himself has stated that a win over Crawford wouldn't be particularly meaningful for his career, but the business side of boxing often dictates which fights get made. At 34 years old, Canelo has hinted at when he might retire. In a recent interview, he admitted that while he feels great physically, he envisions stepping away from the sport around the age of 38. He recognizes that he has taken on many challenging fights and put his body through tremendous strain over the years. AC. He has already solidified his place as an all-time great, holding titles across multiple divisions. While the WA's discussions heat up, boxing fans and analysts are split on who would emerge victorious. Some argue that Crawford's footwork, defensive skills, and counterpunching could trouble Canelo. Others believe that Canelo's power, experience, and physicality would be too much for Crawford to handle. Experts have weighed in with varying opinions. Former champions like Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward have suggested that Crawford has the tools to win if he avoids Canelo's power. Meanwhile, fighters like Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya believe the size difference is too great, favoring Canelo. Sparring partners who have worked with both fighters offer mixed assessments. Some say Crawford's ability to control range and adapt mid-fight could frustrate Canelo. Others point out that Canelo's durability and body punching would eventually wear Crawford down. The waiting game. Will the fight be finalized? Despite the growing anticipation, no official announcement has been made. Negotiations continue, with both camps working out the finer details. Fans remain hopeful that the fight will be finalized for September. But nothing is certain in the world of boxing. If the fight does happen, it will be one of the most anticipated showdowns of the decade. Whether it becomes a classic or a mismatch, the intrigue alone has captivated the boxing world. Now, all that remains is for both sides to sign on the dotted line. As the clock ticks, the question remains: will Crawford defy the odds, or will Canelo prove once again why he is the king of boxing? The world awaits the answer.